Sakamoto Days. This is Sakamoto Days, chapter 241, Generous Serving. Last we left off, Sakamoto is back and fatter than ever. Very excited about that. So yeah, it's not looking good for our bad guys here. Everybody's looking on like, oh hell yeah, our boy's back. And we get a cool like two-page spread where he does his signature like shoulder crack thing that he used to do when he was getting ready to be serious. Um
Serious.
he looks he looks over to his family and he says, "I'm sorry for I put you all this." And they were like, "We were fine because Shin and everyone protected us. You should thank them later too, Papa." And then Sakamoto's like, "Thank you. I hope you're all okay." And then Torres comes by and starts talking that good shit. He was like, "Sakamoto, you didn't forget, did you? We already creamed you once."
Listen, man. In
He
case
said,
you
"Throwing,
forgot.
yeah, throwing one more fatso into the mix won't make any difference." And then he looks over to him and he gets all scary. He's like, "Torres, do you know why I'm fat?" He's like, "What the hell are you talking about?" He says, "I'll tell you why." And he punches him like through a building. And they tell him
Mm.
and Sakamoto goes, "I'll be back soon. Please wait where it's safe." Um, Torres is like, "Damn, using violence in front of your wife and kid? What kind of father does that?" And now Torres is thinking to himself, like, "What the fuck? He's fat now. And he was dying not so long ago. How is he so strong?" And Sakamoto
Those
tells him,
are
like,
legitimate questions.
"Yeah, what the hell?" And he's like, "Sometimes you got to fight to protect what's precious to you. That's our parenting philosophy, and it's none of your concern." And then Torres like flips off his jacket and brings back his sandblasters, and he's like, "Let's see if you can protect them." Then Sakamoto dodges his attacks pretty easily, and then he goes back to like uh, this claw game machine, and he grabs one, grabs a toy, he spins it around, and then he just like shoots it forward so fast that somehow it breaks through the glass and and knocks Torres right in the face. Um, Torres tries to counter with a sandblaster thing, but Sakamoto punches the sandblaster so hard that the muzzle just kind of like contracts into itself and sends him flying. And then Torres lands inside of a photo booth where he accidentally selects pretty mode in the photo booth, and we get this very funny couple of panels where we get a picture of them while Sakamoto and Torres have like pretty girl filters on their faces as they're beating the shit out of each other. And Torres is like, "When did he get this strong?" And Sakamoto punches him so really hard into a punch game machine thing, and the numbers are going up, as Torres is sitting there. And Sakamoto explains that, like, he says, "I'm grateful, Torres. You and Akao opened my eyes. I know what my strength is now." He says, the time I've spent living in this town and my experience here are my greatest weapons now." And it's at that point that that little game machine flips to 777, and at that point, Torres is like, "Triple sevens, huh? My lucky day, and everything sucks." They get at each other for one last clash. Sakamoto knocking Torres out, and Sakamoto ends the chapter by being like, "Oh right, the reason I'm fat." And Torres is like, "Don't worry, I already know. I had dinner at your place. It was delicious. Anybody would get fat." And Sakamoto tells him to come again anytime. And that is where the chapter ends. Josh, what did you think about Sakamoto Days, chapter 241?
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. I missed this. Even though this is what he was doing since the beginning of the series, this is why I like the series. I like Sakamoto wilding out on these people, easy mode style, with
Mhm.
common everyday items.
Mhm.
Doesn't get better than that. I mean, I still think one of the best chapters of the entire series was when he was fighting the moose, the robot moose
Yeah,
guy. I
yeah, yeah,
mean, gave that nigga business, yo.
yeah. I love
It's
that
crazy.
page. That page when they're on the train, that full page spread where he's just beating the shit out of him in the train car. There's the old lady just sitting there.
Mhm.
It's like one of my favorite pages ever.
When they get in the elevator,
Mm.
anyway. I don't know, what is there to say? Torres, he was, yeah, he was a server admin, right? As they say, as the kids say. He was a problem. He was a boss that he was a wall that Sakamoto ran into, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, I love my family, and I love the food that my wife makes." And then he remembered how to beat Torres's ass.
Mhm.
No one's gonna stop him. It's GG's. It's been a
Yeah,
very fun series.
yeah. He's unstoppable now.
Yeah,
We call that easy money, GG.
he tried. Torres really tried, but what was he supposed to do? I mean, he picked up a toy. Mind you, the box had a plushie inside. So he spun it at such a velocity to break the glass and knock the fuck out with what was essentially all of 4 pounds. Actually, all you need is like,
less.
what, 6 pounds of force to knock
Yeah,
somebody out.
that's true.
Then he hit his weapon. He destroyed his weapon like twice. You're done, bro. You're done. You had the cute filter on you, and you got fucked up. They wasn't even fighting. He just was getting washed.
Oh yeah.
I punched him one time, then he got uppercutted. Both pictures. He said, "Unbelievable." Yeah, I would have thought so right after that too.
I'm
He knew he
getting
lost after
washed
that.
right now.
He knew it was over. He got put in that tight space, and like he he was aware enough to react to what was happening to him, but didn't have the wherewithal to defend himself from getting knocked into that punching machine right after the incident inside the photo booth.
Mm-hmm.
If this is just the beginning, I actually feel bad for the rest of these order members. I think he just needs to hurry up and find this X guy and just he needs this happen to him. Like he needs to do this to him for like 2 chapters straight
Mm-hmm.
of
I would be
nonstop
okay with that.
ass, one-sided. Yeah, of him using everything within like the next couple blocks to just
Mhm.
beat all the personalities out of him and everything. That sounds so ableist, but it's Sakamoto, bro.
Those are your thoughts.
I guess so. Before I say anything else and get this fucking podcast put on
It's all right,
TikTok
buddy.
for the worst reasons.
Well, you know, any press is good press at this point. I'll take it.
Not according, not everything, but anyway. Brian, what'd you think about this chapter?
Pretty good chapter. Pretty good chapter. The action was pretty cool. Be seeing Fat Sakamoto in action again. It's pretty nice. We finally get the payoff to the Sandman's whole shtick when he visited Sakamoto's family and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But man, it was honestly pretty wholesome ending for the fight between these two. All things considered, I never really sensed any animosity between Sakamoto and this guy anyway. So just to see them and like, oh yeah, you can pass by whatever you want, bro. But after I run this fade, but yeah, I don't have much else to say.
Yeah, I really love this chapter. You know, like it's like Josh said, Sakamoto hasn't not been doing what he's doing here, but there's like a distinct difference now. Like there's and it does tie into his like fat form. And there's like a certain like mundanity to the way he fought. He would just like fight with there's just shit around him. Like Skinny Sakamoto fights with the whole street signs, and he would just like take things that like are everyday items but are more weapon like. And the fat Sakamoto would take like literally he takes a fucking toy, like a slot, like a little fucking crane game, and he spins it around. And it was just like the ridiculousness of using like even more ordinary day items than you think, or even is really what this series was found upon. It really felt like a we're back moment, you know. Like there was something I really like Sakamoto all the way through. I think like it hasn't really lost anything, but there was just like there was this little like there was like a heart missing a little bit with all the fights. Even though they were super cool and super well choreographed, like this is what drew people to this series. So it's cool to get at the end back to like this circular narrative coming back to where we started and realizing like, yeah, this is what Sakamoto was the entire time. And he's been trying to run away from it because he thought it was a weaker version of himself, but it's actually the strongest version ever. The guy who could kill you with a toy. It's kind of like that John Wick thing. It's like he killed 3 men with a pencil. Well, Sakamoto used a crane game to knock somebody out. So, he beat a guy up with a cute filter on in a photo booth.
Yeah, John Wick wouldn't stand a fucking chance.
No, not at all. Yeah, I'm excited. We didn't talk about this too much, but I don't know if you guys saw the live action Sakamoto Days movie that's coming.
No, I haven't.
I sent you guys the trailer.
Really?
I sent you the.
I thought that was a joke.
Oh no, it's real. Like they put together an actual Sakamoto Days live action movie. So that'll be exciting to see how that works out. But still, like, yeah, that's all my thoughts. I really love this chapter, and it was probably my second favorite of the week just because of the on principle, in a sense. This is like, yes, this is it. This is what the series is, So, but that's all I have to say about it.